Now then, this video needs to start with a rant. Why does it need to start with a rant? Well, this is a video like many others that I've posted, but for some reason I have had the biggest struggle of my life, of my YouTube career, trying to post this video. All we're doing is working on the brakes on the Civic, but there's something about this video that the YouTube AI doesn't like, and I cannot figure it out. I've spent the past 2 days solid making over 50 different copies of this video, trying to figure out what the heck is going on. I've removed all the swearing, I've removed all the music, I've removed all the slightly hinted copyright, maybe fair use media. All the alcohol and all the drugs are gone. Every single firearm has been removed, as well as all of the weapons of mass destruction. There is no longer a single frame of nudity in this video. No matter what I do, I can't figure out why YouTube hates this, and it's been pretty stressful. That's why I'm whinging about it right now. I've got no idea why, but for some reason YouTube does not want advertisers being associated with this video. So once again, I ask you to join the Patreon instead, where you can see this video unedited. It's not even that good of a video. All we're doing is we're changing the brakes on the Civic after they failed at Donington. That's all we're doing. It's been so annoying. I've never had to mess about so much with a video, and right now I'm throwing in the towel. I've had enough. This video is already 2 days late to public. I set myself these little stupid deadlines because I'm trying to keep this stupid algorithm, and I'm trying to keep mates with the algorithm. Yes, Mr. Algorithm, I'll post 2 videos a week. Yes, I'll try and do my best to upload them at the same time. Then we'll keep the audience engaged, won't we, Mr. Algorithm? Yes, Mr. Algorithm. Don't worry, I'll get it sorted, mate. So YouTube says there's something wrong with this video. It won't tell me what it is. It's like a woman. Oh, what's wrong, YouTube? Oh, nothing's wrong. Just everything's wrong, actually. Yeah, shut up. If you do get adverts for this video, then apparently they should follow an adult theme, and I might still get some money out of it, but I'm not sure what that even means. So if you do get adverts, let me know what advert you got, just out of curiosity. Right, I've undone all the edits that I can remember doing. So this video's as God intended, not the algorithm god, the actual one who stops races at Anglesey. Hello, have you ever seen anything like that before? In this video we're going to be stripping down and repairing the brakes on the Civic, following on from my brake failure whilst racing at Donington Park. So we've got new discs, new pads, new calipers, rebuild kits, and we're also going to be trying to get the handbrake to work properly, so that if it does happen again, I won't have to buzz my engine trying to slow the car down. There's also a feature from someone who I didn't think there would be in this video.
But I thought you were dead!
Yeah, turns out the previous one wasn't actually our last video, but I'm sure we all won't mind seeing the inspector one more time.
Right, this is a follow-up video to Donington Park, losing brakes. Do you remember? So a couple of weeks ago when I was racing in the Civic at Donington Park, I lost brakes completely lost my brakes.
Oh yeah, it's gone. Oh, brace.
And it was a bit of a bad time. Today we're going to completely fix that, hopefully, in theory. The system's completely dry at the minute, so it might be a pain to bleed, but we'll figure it out when we get there. I've got new front pads and discs. I've got a caliper rebuild kit from Big Red. So what we're going to do is strip the front brakes down, try and get a better idea of what happened. I mean, I think it was pretty obvious on the day what happened, but let's pull the front calipers off. We're going to rebuild them, which is something I've never done before. Have you ever rebuilt a caliper before? Because I've not. We're going to do it all today, and we're going to fit the new discs and pads. So let's get to it. Right, I've got a confession to make. I cheated. I've rebuilt my spare. Ooh, my spare. This is the one that failed at Anglesey, and it went really well.
False.
And I was waiting for something to happen and to mess it up, but no, it went really well.
False.
Spent a bit of time cleaning up. Let's get this off anyway, because this is the side that failed. Look at the disc, man. This is the side that failed, and this is actually Joe's caliper, so we need to return that to him, but we'll return it to him rebuilt, I think, yeah, and preferably with a piston in the caliper as well. That'll be a good start. But yeah, I'll get it off, and then we'll go over there onto the workbench next to the compressor, so we've got an airline to clean them out with. Yeah, brake caliper rebuild. That's what we're doing today, but it's going to be fun to see how the discs, we'll measure the disc as well to see just how much disc was removed in the metal to metal action that was going on. You know, it's funny, I've never had an impact driver, you know, the manual ones. I always just catch one of these if I need one, but can you see the tip on that? Just sheared it. Just doing the discs on this, just sheared it. Have to go back to the manual method, I think. Can you see the tip sheared? Bloody hell. Let's see what we can do with a screwdriver and some brute force. This has all got very hot, remember, so. A race car with screws in the discs. I know. That is very broken. Let me just show you what that should look like. $23 mil. That's just good to go. Es no bueno. Right, I've just made an interesting development here. If you remember at Donington, this is what happened to the caliper, right? The caliper piston got fused to the backing plate when I ran out of pads, and yeah, that's what ended the race, right? Or was it? Because look what the offside caliper looks like when I've just pulled it off. Look at that. Hello, have you ever seen anything like that before? Why is the backing plate bent so much? And the piston is also, yeah, I've just removed that myself live on camera, also completely knackered and fused. What's with the bending of the backing plate? Maybe it was this side that failed first. Huh? So we've got two now, but this one definitely looks more severely damaged than what the passenger side did, than the near side. Look at that. Wow, what a collection. So that's the one that I thought had failed and caused the issue, but this one is just as bad, if not worse. Wow. Wow. What do you think to that then? That must have had more heat, right, to bend like that. Crazy. Alright, I'm going to show you how to rebuild-ish something, maybe. Do something with these. I even hired a cameraman, so thanks. Don't reveal your identity. So first of all, make sure the car's already deleted the pistons for you, so you don't have to worry about that. No pistons. So then you can just pull the boots out. Yeah, that's the dust boot. That's not the seal.
I'm too close, I need to go to the other side.
Just for dust. So they're pretty fucked. You see how fucked it is? They got real hot. So on the Civic calipers, the seal is there. You see it? Can you see it? I'll get it out. Come out. Come out. There you go. Look. So that's the hydraulic seal for the hydraulics. So now, Mr. Cameraman, you can have a break for 5 because I need to clean. Look how dirty all that is, and we're going to clean it. Come on out. Yeah, can you see how dirty the bores are? No one wants a dirty bore.
It's a dirty bore.
No.
Delicious.
Cleaning the bore.
Cleaning the bore.
Well, it's not up to my usual standards, but it'll do.
Next chapter.
Right, they're clean enough. They're not crystal clear, but they don't need to be, do they? That's the thing. Don't get too close. How many pixels have you got on the go?
All of it.
If it looks like dirt, it's not. It's just a shadow.
It's just an effect.
Yeah. Going in dry. Don't worry, we'll lube it later.
This is lovely, isn't it?
Just a bit of lube. This is only the dust cover anyway, so. And then I think we put it on like that. Is it?
Yeah, and then the skirt will hook over the caliper, won't it? Where it sits.
Right. Should I be talking about what I'm doing?
What are you doing?
I don't know.
It's not bad for a first try.
Do you reckon that's it?
I think it looks right. I'm going to put sort of a tiny bit of air into it and see if she comes forward without firing up the piston out. Oh.
I think too big of a hole. Yeah, I can poke it. I can probably push it. Yeah, the boot's not on, is it?
No, it's just pushed the boot up.
What about this one? Was it in? if it was in, it's not in.
It wasn't in, no.
Right.
No, we need to come back to
I'll
this.
fix this and
Yes.
it'll be good.
Right, just in case you're not following here, I've had a go at this, but I've not got the dust boots in properly. It turns out this was a very fiddly procedure to complete. I ended up watching quite a few YouTube videos trying to figure out the best way to do it, and I've also rebuilt some E46 calipers recently, which is kind of similar design, where you have to try and tuck the dust boot in as you're putting the piston in, and it's a pain in the ass. I'm not going to try and show you how to do it. If you want to learn, just go on YouTube, yeah. Anyway, you might be wondering why I've not taken this opportunity to upgrade the brakes, maybe to a 4-piston setup or something a bit more sporty. Well, the answer is this setup does work really well for me with the right pad and fluid combination. I don't think the juice is going to be worth the squeeze with a new brake setup. Remember, these are the original brakes from a DC2 Type R, and yes, they are heavy, and yes, they do have single piston compromisers, but they do work adequately. Okay, we're coming away from a brake failure video. They didn't do so well in the 45-minute race, but I think with a different pad compound, they would. I think having a 4-piston brake setup would be better, but I don't think it would make me any faster. I don't think I would have any more success this year in the car with a larger brake setup on the front or with more braking capacity. But anyway, I ended up buying some remanufactured calipers from, well, they were branded as Padgett, but I think, I don't know what's going on there. Maybe you know. There's some backstory for sure why the Padgett name is on these calipers, but I ended up buying some remanufactured one just in case the rebuild job didn't go so successfully. But it turns out the remanufactured ones were quite interesting quality. We'll get into that in a moment. Anyway, let's return to the barn.
We're back just the day after. It's freezing, man, but the brakes have turned up, so let me show you the differences. I'm a bit surprised by the quality, or the perceived quality, maybe. Just turn this, yeah, I'll leave it on, maybe you can hear it, maybe you can't hear it, but I did order some calipers anyway. Long story short, they popped up cheap. Now, you might have heard this, and it might not be a thing anymore, but for some reason Halfords were selling these, Halfords, you heard me right, Halfords were selling Padgett brake calipers for cars, cheap. Now, I didn't get them super cheap like some people got them. I heard of people paying less than £20 for these brake calipers, which have been remanufactured by Padgett. So I bought a set anyway. That's one of them. And this is another one. So big difference in quality. I mean, I guess they just get them from scrappies or whatever, but this one's pretty clean, looks good. Yeah. I put the reg in from the Integra, UKDM Type R, bro. So yeah, that one looks pretty good. It's come with a nice kit and everything. This one looks like it's been maybe returned before because of, yeah, it's not the cleanest. I mean, it is what it is. There's a nick as well in the, can you see that? Just at the top of the piston there. I mean, it's not going to cause any issues, I don't think. But I watched some more videos today on how to do these ones. And basically, yeah, it's a pain in the ass, but we'll get there. Or I'll get there. You don't worry about it. But, yeah, I mean, these are £45 each, right? And that's not returning or anything like that. That's just to buy them. Right, I'm at an interesting point now where Max's caliper got the sealing. Holy shit, man, this is so time intensive. Maybe you get the knack for it eventually or what, but I've just got this one in now. This took literally like half an hour to do this one seal, but now you can see the difference. If we get the torch on, you can see the difference of what it shouldn't look like This is me thinking I'd done it. Clearly not. That's what it should look like. I mean, this is a bit imperfect there at the top corner, but it seals, man. I'm done. I've been chasing perfection for too long, man. Now on to the last one. These are mine. These are what going back on the car. So yeah, get this sorted. Look, that's doing nothing. That. There we go. Doing nout. Yeah, have a look on YouTube how to do this, but be prepared for a labour-intensive, fiddly job. It's as greasy as CV grease, but more fiddly by far. So enjoy. Hey, I'm just doing the slider pins now. Calipers are all done. Hell yeah. Hey, it's hard to get the. I've done slider pins before on vehicles, on motor vehicles, but God knows what's going on here. I think for some reason one side of the slider pins on the Honda, in this case both bottoms, they've got like a little circlip, and I could do with like a little slide hammer or something to yank it out, but I've just nearly sent myself flying yanking on that, and I slipped, and nothing's ever simple, is it? I thought this should be an easy job. Yeah. Well, there's only one thing for it. I think it's just the boot that's stuck. This is sure to help though. Wow, they really take the heat well. Look at that. That's map gas as well. Crazy. I thought it'd just burn away pretty quick, but no. I mean, that's got to be seriously hot now. It's just not bothered at all. That's cool, man. I better not smell that, but yeah, that's cool. It came straight out. I didn't even have to crank these on. It came straight out. So it was just the rubber boot that was sealed in the little lock ring that's in there. Can you see it? Don't tell me that's not an O-ring. It's just a bit of rubber that's left over on the side that I thought was not an O-ring. Sorry, I thought it was a circlip, but no. What the hell? That was stuck to say. Wow. All right, it's time to reinstall. You've seen me reinstall stuff before, right? Let's just have a quick comparison on what the new pads look like compared to the old ones. So yeah, definitely should have a little bit more stopping power with these compared to the old pads. Yeah, hopefully a little bit. Alright, I'll get this back on, and then the fun part's going to be fluid, getting some fluid through it. So I'm just going to top it up and try and gravity bleed the front, hope the rears are alright. Oh, we're going to change the rear pads as well. In this dog poo bag. So in this dog poo bag, there are some Dixel ES. Remember the extra speeds that we put in the EP3? Yeah, I'm going to fit these to the back of the Civic. So it's currently got the PBS Pro Racing now, and they've been in since I had bought the car, but the piston knockback is getting worse and worse, so I'm just going to put some pads in with some extra life just to try and see if I can help that. So we'll have brand new fronts and basically brand new rears. They only did 2 or 3 sessions, I think. Oh, what did I do? I did the test day, and then maybe qualifying, and then I put the EBC ones in that a lot of other competitors run. If you didn't see that video, go and check it out. I raced an EP3 last year at Snetterton. Yeah, it was all good, but now we're on to bigger and better things. No, I don't know about that, but yeah, so we'll get these on, leave the lines loose, or I'll crack the bleed nipples off, allow it to gravity bleed, hopefully a little bit, and then we'll move on to the rears, or I will. I mean, it's getting on and I want to get this done tonight. What time is it now? It's 10 to 10, it's cowboy time, so let me see if I can get it done before 11. That'll be nice, wouldn't it? Home for 12 at midnight, yeah. If I'm in bed for midnight, imagine. Alright, the brakes are assembled. They're RA pads, not RE, got it wrong. So RA is what we had before, similar to what were in it previously, but if anything might last a bit longer, but less bitey, if I remember rightly. Improved the cooling ducts ever so slightly as well. Maybe you'll be able to see better on this side. It was a bit rushed before. I've just made it a bit nicer, specifically where it attaches on here. But yeah, everything's good to go now, all torqued up. So the bleed nipples are loose. I'm just gonna jack the rear up, get the rear in the air to do the rear pads. I'm gonna fill the reservoir, which is completely empty at the minute, absolutely nothing in there. So yeah, we might have a bit of fun bleeding it, but I can get started tonight and maybe finish it another day if it ends up being a pain in the arse. Till the night closes in, you can't see that, but it's 1:45. Not quite in bed for midnight, but we've got brakes a little bit. I need to bleed it obviously now. quite substantially. I've got a pedal though, which is interesting, isn't it? I've got a pedal and I've got fluid out of all 4 corners. So I'm going to let the fronts just gravity bleed and chill for a bit. What I'm going to concentrate on at the minute is the handbrake's on, look, and this ain't working. It's definitely grabbing a little bit. I'd quite like a secondary braking system. Yeah, can you imagine why? This side, yeah, that's pretty much on there. But this side, for whatever reason, doesn't work. So, yeah, when the brakes did fail, the handbrake wasn't doing a lot. And it does, like when I'm loading it on the trailer and stuff, it is annoying that the handbrake's not strong. So I'm going to try and fix the handbrake while I'm here. Let the fronts just chill for a little bit, do some gravity bleedings, and yeah, see if I can fix this. I don't know what I'll do. There's a spring here which seems to be sprung in. The adjuster looks even. You see that? Down there. It's just 2 cables and 1 adjuster. I mean, I can try cranking it and maybe get it a bit tighter, but seems okay-ish. But yeah, I mean, this side's definitely there. It's definitely actuating, but it's just not pushing the piston out enough, maybe, or something. I don't know. I'm gonna investigate. All right, I got into a good place. I've got a genuinely wicked brake pedal, and I've not even put the bleeder on it yet. That's just from gravity bleeding, and I've not started the engine yet, so that could go to shit pretty quick, but it's looking pretty good, man. The only thing I've not been able to sort is the handbrake. So I've adjusted it. I found a thing online for EP freeze, because EP3 is basically the same design, I'm pretty sure. When I looked for Civic EG stuff, it was all talking about the drum brakes and stuff, and obviously this has got rear discs. So these rear disc setups are from a DC2, but an EP3s are more popular. You've got to be smart with your Googling, haven't you? You've got to be smart with your Googling. But anyway, the EP3 method was to pump the pedal to get the piston, you know, tight, slacking off the adjuster first, pump the pedal, and then adjust it from there. And I've got this one grabbing a little bit, but it's just not grabbing enough. And it's fully maxed out on the adjuster now, so I can't go any more than what I've got. Look, it's actually hitting the body now, this little bracket. So interesting though, even with that fully on, I mean, there's definitely a difference in resistance, so I can turn that no problem, right? But this one's also like nice and free, but yeah, I don't really know what I'm doing, so I'm gonna park it for today anyway. Coffee's just about wearing off, so I need to get home, get to bed, and I'll come back up here after work tomorrow, today, and we'll finish it off. But yeah, so far we've nearly got brakes again. Oh, sure is cold up here today. Hopefully it won't be too long picking this back up. I'm gonna take this caliper off. I forgot to order a rebuild kit. If it's bad when we get in there, we'll order one or whatever. Or would it be nice to have some fresh shields to throw in there, you know, while we're doing the full party, right? But apparently what can happen, according to the keving, is this internally. So I had a look at how this works, and it's got, well, from what I can figure out, there's some things going on inside there, and they might be seized. So I'm going to take the caliper off, we'll go to the bench, and we'll see if we can free it off. So I'd very much like Dell parking brake to work, yeah? Oh, fucking hell. It's bloody cold, isn't it? I've just made an interesting discovery. It's going to be super hard to show you. If I can get some light up there. Basically, I took the handbrake cable off first, and, you know, no es bueno, but if I manually do it, I took the spring off as well to make it a bit easier, but if I manually do it, the handbrake works. Like, the internal mechanism's working, so that's good. So I don't have to take the caliper off, so we can leave that all set up and bled and nice, so result. But yeah, for whatever reason, when it's all together, maybe it's not pulling it enough, or maybe the spring was on wrong or something like that, I don't know. I'm going to have a play, but yeah, that's good news. So seems like it does actually work, and it's just in, maybe it's just in the cable, but yeah, look, it's working now. Like, she's on. Just nearly fell over. I don't understand how, but it's working. I mean, it's on such a weak setting as well. Like, it's really wound out, and I don't know, man. It just seems to be happy now. I mean, I greased everything up and everything. You know, I don't know. It just seems like we've done it. I'm just tightening this up now so it's not, you know, so high in the sky. But they don't pull up evenly. When it gets to the top, it comes a little further on this side. But one thing I did notice, the side that was working before, the driver's side, if anything, that was more seized. I don't know, man, this is not making sense, but all we need to do now is just tighten this up so it's nice. Hopefully it still works after that. Start the engine, confirm the brake pedal still feels good, and then it's home time. Yeah, early finish today. Right, I've got into a happy place now. It's not perfect, but for a 30-year-old car. So, handbrake on. Remember, this is the side that didn't work before. It's now working. Handbrake off. Yeah. Oh, it's still a little bit sticky, but I think it's just the piston. Yes. Oh, it's still nice. All right, wicked. So last thing to do, have a little tidy up, start the engine and see if the brake pressure feels good. Have we actually got away without bleeding the brakes? That would be impressive. For all the brake issues I've had over the past couple of months, I deserve an easy ride, but are we going to get one? Let's find out. Alright, I just started the engine and it passed the test, so we're all good. I'm not even going to bother bleeding it, I think I'll just leave it. I'm going to leave it on stands because there's a couple of other things I want to do, but as far as this video is concerned, we're done. So, we'll maybe try not to do this again. That's pretty savage, isn't it? Yeah, whoops. Thing is, Dixel Torque GT, they supply me these as well, so I could have just asked for some, but I didn't. You know, I thought I'd make use of what I had, and yeah, we paid the price. That bit of extra power, going that little bit faster, and the track, obviously Donington GP. Yeah, well, we learnt the hard way that we have to be careful on brakes on there, eh? Absolutely mangled them, but we've refurbished, is that the word? We've replaced, I don't know what we've done. We've got new caliper seals, new discs, new pads, we've fixed the handbrake. Everything's better. The car is better than it was before Donington even now, so happy days. So yeah, that's just been a little fixing the brakes video. I'm racing the car in a couple of weeks, well in less than 2 weeks now, at Silverstone on the Grand Prix track. It's the final round of the Hot Hatch Championship, so you probably won't see the car again before then. We're going in 10 points ahead of second place, so we're winning the championship currently, but you know, it could all get upset in the last 2 races. So yeah, hopefully the car does all right. It seems to be okay from the buzzing. Obviously I buzzed the engine a little bit when I was panicking a bit when the brakes failed, but yeah, fingers crossed it's going to be all right. So I'll see you at Silverstone.